Lucas was never a man of many words. He was the kind of person who carried everything inside: honesty, fears, strength, and pain. At 29, he had already learned that sometimes silence speaks louder than anything else. His life was simple: stable job as an engineer, quiet apartment, a small circle of friends. Nothing excessive, nothing chaotic. Everything was in perfect order. Until Ariel appeared. She was his opposite in every possible way: energetic, bright, always smiling. She joined the company as a new designer, and, on her very first day, broke the stillness of his well-arranged world. Her laughter was light, as if she had never known heartbreak. Her words warm, as if she could melt any coldness. She sat next to him during lunch and said, "You look like someone who's hiding an entire universe." Lucas smiled. For the first time in a long while. They quickly became close, working side by side on projects, staying late at the office, sharing thoughts, dreams, and fears. Lucas felt something growing inside him. Warm, real, terrifyingly strong. But there was one problem. Ariel wasn't single. She often talked about her boyfriend Liam. There was routine in her voice, but no spark. Lucas noticed it, but he never allowed himself to hope. He knew his place. Until one day, Ariel asked, "What do you think? Would it ever work if you and I were together someday?" His heart skipped a beat, but he just whispered, "I don't know." But he knew. He loved her more than he ever thought he could love anyone. Ariel sensed something too, but she was afraid to admit it even to herself. With Lucas, she felt peace. A calm she had never felt with Liam. Liam forgot dates, disappeared for hours, left her messages unread. But Lucas, he was always there, always steady. One evening they walked home after work. The rain was falling softly. Streetlights shimmering in puddles. Ariel suddenly stopped. "Lucas." Her voice trembled. "Why do I feel seen when I'm with you?" He inhaled. "Maybe because I see you as you truly are, not as you pretend to be." Their eyes met, and for a moment, the world stopped. One more step, and nothing would stand between them. But Ariel backed away. She was terrified of what she felt. The next day, she said she was taking a week off. She needed to think. Lucas stayed alone, with a silence sharper than ever. When Ariel returned, she was different, calmer. And in her eyes, Lucas saw the kind of sorrow that comes from losing something important. After work, she approached him and said quietly, "Liam proposed." And I said yes. Her voice cracked. She didn't look at him. Lucas just nodded. "I understand," he whispered, though it felt like his heart tore in half. "Lucas," she said his name as if it were a prayer. "You are the best thing that ever happened in my life, but I'm scared to take a step I can't undo. I'm scared to choose wrong." "Maybe," he said softly, "but fear is a choice too." She looked up, eyes shining with something between regret and love. But she said nothing more. A week later, she left the company. A new job, a new city, a new life. Lucas didn't stop her. He just watched her walk away. The woman he loved, the life he never got to have. Months passed. Lucas learned to live with the silence again. But now it was different. It no longer protected him. It reminded him. Every time he passed the street where they once walked in the rain, he felt it. The echo of a life that might have been. The ghost of a moment they never allowed themselves to take. But he didn't regret loving her. He only regretted that she didn't believe she deserved something better. One evening, he received a message from Ariel. Short, simple, but heavy with everything unsaid. I hope you're happy. Some part of me wishes I'd chosen differently. Lucas stared at the screen for a long time, then turned it off. Because sometimes the hardest part of love is knowing it was real and letting it go anyway.